In a small, unassuming town, one woman's heartbreaking choices would leave a community shaken to its core. How did Sarah Peterson's decisions lead to her tragic fate? Prepare to uncover the emotional turmoil that shaped her life and the chilling events that followed. Sarah Peterson was known for her bright smile and caring nature. However, beneath her cheerful demeanor lay a web of secrets and pressures that would soon unravel. With a family to support and expectations to meet, her life was anything but simple. As a child, Sarah faced numerous challenges that shaped her resilience. Growing up in a troubled household, she learned early on how to navigate difficult situations. Her strength would soon become both a blessing and a curse as she transitioned into adulthood. By her late 20s, Sarah was juggling multiple responsibilities, a full-time job, a family, and the weight of her past began to take their toll. The pressure to succeed became overwhelming, leading her to make choices that would haunt her forever. In her quest for stability, Sarah encountered a man who seemed to offer her the support she desperately needed. But their relationship quickly became tumultuous, filled with jealousy and control. What began as love soon spiraled into a nightmare. As Sarah's emotional state deteriorated, she found herself at a crossroads, to fight for her independence or to succumb to the turbulent relationship. Each choice brought her closer to a tragic outcome, reflecting the turmoil within her heart. Despite her struggles, Sarah reached out for help. With the support of friends, she began to see a way out. Yet, just as hope seemed within reach, her partner's behavior escalated, leading to a confrontation that would change everything. The fateful night arrived when Sarah made a decision that would alter the course of her life forever. In a moment of desperation, she confronted her partner, leading to a tragic escalation that shocked everyone who knew them. The aftermath of that night was devastating. Sarah's life hung in the balance as she faced the consequences of her choices. Her friends and family were left in disbelief, struggling to understand how things had gone so horribly wrong. In the days that followed, the community was rocked by news of the incident. Conversations sparked about domestic violence and the silent struggles many faced behind closed doors. Sarah's story became a catalyst for change. As investigations unfolded, the truth about Sarah's partner came to light. Unbeknownst to many, he had a history of controlling behavior and a pattern of manipulation. The signs were there, but often overlooked. Sarah's case sparked widespread discussions about the importance of recognizing the signs of abuse. Support groups began to form, helping others who were caught in similar situations. The community rallied to support victims. Though Sarah's journey was marked by tragedy, her story serves as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. Her choices, though heartbreaking, brought awareness to a critical issue many choose to ignore. Years after the incident, Sarah's legacy continues to inspire change. Her story is shared in schools, communities, and through support networks, ensuring that her experiences resonate with future generations. As we reflect on Sarah Peterson's story, let us remember the importance of listening to those in need and recognizing the signs of distress. Together, we can help change lives and create a safer community for all. In the aftermath of Sarah's passing, her family struggled to cope with the overwhelming grief. Friends and relatives gathered, sharing memories, but it was the silence of her absence that spoke the loudest. This void ignited a flame within the community, prompting many to take action in her honor. Sarah's tragic story reached local media outlets, sparking conversations about mental health and the importance of community support. News segments featured interviews with her parents, who bravely spoke out about their daughter's struggles. They hoped to break the stigma surrounding mental illness. Inspired by Sarah's narrative, local activists organized a series of workshops focused on recognizing mental health issues early. These sessions attracted individuals from various backgrounds, eager to learn how to support others facing similar challenges. The community came together, united by a common goal. As these workshops gained traction, Sarah's parents founded a nonprofit organization in her name. This initiative aimed to provide resources and support to those battling mental health issues. Their tireless work began to create ripples of change across the region. The movement quickly extended beyond workshops, leading to the establishment of annual events to raise awareness. Fundraising walks in Sarah's memory drew thousands, transforming grief into a celebration of life and resilience. Each step symbolized hope for those who felt lost. Through these transformative events, stories began to emerge from attendees. Many shared how Sarah's story inspired them to confront their own mental health challenges. The community found strength in vulnerability, fostering an environment where no one felt alone in their struggles. With the ongoing support initiatives, local schools also began to incorporate mental health education into their curricula. Teachers were trained to recognize warning signs and respond appropriately. Sarah's story became a vital part of lessons, underscoring the importance of empathy and understanding. As awareness grew, Sarah's parents began to receive calls from other families whose children had faced similar struggles. They provided guidance and support, creating a network of parents united in their mission to advocate for better mental health resources and policies. Local governments took notice of the increasing demand for mental health resources, prompting discussions around funding and accessibility. Advocates lobbied for policy changes, rallying the community to ensure no one would suffer in silence, as Sarah once did. In the months following Sarah's tragedy, her legacy began to take on a life of its own. Social media campaigns emerged, sharing her story widely and encouraging others to speak out. Hashtags related to mental health awareness trended, reaching thousands beyond the local community. As more individuals came forward, Sarah's story evolved into a powerful testament to resilience. Each person who shared their experience added a layer to the narrative, creating a rich tapestry of solidarity. The community transformed their sorrow into a collective mission. Alongside the community efforts, mental health professionals began collaborating to create a comprehensive support system. They offered workshops, counseling, and hotlines, ensuring that help was readily available to those in crisis. This network emerged as a beacon of hope. As the movement gained momentum, Sarah's parents received recognition for their advocacy work. They were invited to speak at conferences and panels, sharing their journey and the lessons learned from their daughter's tragedy. Their voices became powerful instruments of change. Years later, the impact of Sarah's legacy continued to resonate throughout the community. New initiatives emerged aimed at fostering mental wellness and preventing future tragedies. Her story remained a reminder of the importance of kindness and understanding in everyday interactions. The annual events in Sarah's memory evolved into significant community gatherings, drawing attention from local media and influencers. These events not only honored her life, but also highlighted the ongoing fight for mental health awareness and resources. As Sarah's story became a cornerstone of community dialogue, local schools began implementing peer support programs. Students were trained to be advocates for their classmates, fostering a culture of openness and empathy among youth. This initiative aimed to ensure that no one felt alone. Psychological experts noted the positive changes in the community's mental health landscape. Fewer reported cases of students feeling isolated highlighted the effectiveness of initiatives inspired by Sarah's story. These shifts underscored the potential for grassroots movements to create real change. In recognition of Sarah's lasting legacy, local authorities dedicated a park in her name. This serene space became a gathering place for community events, symbolizing hope and healing. Families visited frequently, finding solace in the beauty of nature and remembrance. With Sarah's story woven into the fabric of the community, annual memorials continued to draw participants from far and wide. Each year, more people shared their stories of struggle and recovery, reinforcing the idea that dialogue could save lives. As time passed, Sarah's family established scholarships for students pursuing studies in psychology and social work. This investment in future generations aimed to cultivate a new wave of advocates, ensuring that her mission lived on through the work of others. In a world increasingly aware of mental health issues, Sarah's legacy served as a reminder of the power of compassion. Communities began to adopt policies that prioritized mental wellness, reflecting on how one person's journey could transform countless lives. Through workshops, memorials, and community events, Sarah's story continued to inspire others to share their own experiences. Each narrative added depth to the collective understanding of mental health, encouraging more individuals to seek help without fear of judgment. As the movement evolved, Sarah's parents began to collaborate with national organizations to expand their reach. They sought to make impactful changes on a larger scale, advocating for mental health resources in schools across the nation. The ongoing efforts surrounding Sarah's legacy also inspired numerous documentaries and articles highlighting the importance of mental health awareness. These narratives became powerful tools for education, reaching audiences far beyond their local community. As Sarah's story continued to reach more people, her family received letters from individuals across the country, sharing how her legacy had impacted their lives. These heartfelt messages reinforced the idea that vulnerability and honesty could connect us all. Sarah's legacy ultimately inspired a new cultural shift, where conversations about mental health became more normalized in everyday life. This shift encouraged people to seek help earlier and fostered a society that prioritized emotional well-being. As more people began to open up about their struggles, support groups flourished, providing safe spaces for individuals to share their experiences. These groups became essential in breaking the isolation often experienced by those facing mental health challenges. Sarah's story also inspired artistic expressions, leading to plays, songs, and artworks that conveyed the complexities of mental health. These creative endeavors resonated with audiences, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. In recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month, Sarah's story was highlighted nationally, showcasing the progress made and the road still ahead. Events were organized to honor her life while promoting ongoing efforts to improve mental health resources across the country. As Sarah's legacy continued to unfold, her story became a symbol of hope for countless individuals. She inspired a movement dedicated to mental health awareness, reminding everyone that it is okay to ask for help and seek support. In the aftermath of Sarah's story, communities began to rally together. Fundraising events were organized to benefit local mental health services, aiming to provide support to those in need. The loss of Sarah sparked a desire for change, as people recognized the gaps in available resources. One notable event was a charity run held annually in her honor. Participants wore shirts emblazoned with her name, a powerful reminder of the cause that united them. The energy was electric, as stories of Sarah's kindness motivated many to push through their limits. Among the participants was Sarah's close friend Emily, who shared heartfelt stories of their time together. Emily spoke about how Sarah always encouraged her to pursue her dreams, even during tough times. This personal touch deepened the impact of the event. As the charity run gained popularity, local businesses began to get involved, donating proceeds to mental health organizations. This collaborative effort showcased how a community could come together, amplifying Sarah's story while providing vital funds for mental health initiatives. In addition, mental health professionals began to speak out. They organized workshops and seminars to educate the public about mental health issues, guided by the desire to honor Sarah's memory. Their aim was to break the stigma surrounding mental health challenges. One of the most impactful workshops was led by a therapist who had been personally affected by Sarah's story. He shared insights about recognizing signs of mental distress and emphasized the importance of reaching out for help. His words resonated with many. As these events unfolded, Sarah's family remained active in advocacy. They collaborated with mental health organizations to help design programs tailored for young people, aiming to provide them with the resources and tools necessary to navigate their mental health journeys. Their efforts led to the creation of a new online platform, providing free resources and connecting individuals with support groups. This platform became a lifeline for many, offering a safe space to share experiences and seek help anonymously. The platform quickly gained traction, becoming a hub for individuals seeking advice and support. Users shared their stories, forming a network of solidarity that echoed Sarah's compassionate spirit. It illustrated how her legacy continued to influence lives. To further strengthen the movement, Sarah's family partnered with schools to implement mental health awareness programs. These initiatives aim to educate students about mental health and promote open discussions about feelings and challenges. The programs included interactive activities where students could express themselves creatively, art projects, writing workshops, and peer discussions allowed students to process their emotions while learning about mental health in a supportive environment. As these initiatives expanded, testimonials from students highlighted the positive changes in their lives. Many reported feeling more connected to their peers and empowered to seek help. Sarah's legacy was creating a ripple effect of compassion and understanding. Media coverage of these events helped amplify the message further. Local news outlets began to spotlight Sarah's story, showcasing how her life had become a catalyst for change within the community. The narrative inspired conversations across the region. In a particularly touching segment, a local radio station dedicated a day to discuss mental health, inviting experts and sharing listeners' stories. This initiative reinforced the importance of dialogue and community support, inspired by Sarah's legacy. Several months later, a high school in the area unveiled a mural dedicated to Sarah. This mural not only served as a tribute to her life, but also as a reminder of the importance of mental health awareness in schools, an everlasting symbol of hope. As Sarah's story continued to spread, advocacy groups began to push for legislative changes. They lobbied for increased funding for mental health services and improved access to care, ensuring that no one would face their struggles alone. Families who had faced similar tragedies joined the movement, sharing their experiences and pushing for systemic change. Their voices echoed a collective plea for compassion and understanding to be woven into the fabric of society. The movement gained national attention, inspiring individuals across the country to start their own local initiatives. Social media campaigns began to circulate, raising awareness for mental health resources available in various communities. An annual Mental Health Awareness Month was established in Sarah's honor. Each year, the month is filled with events aimed at educating the public, celebrating stories of resilience, and encouraging individuals to take care of their mental health. Sarah's family took an active role during this month, participating in panels and discussions, sharing insights from their journey. Their openness about grief and healing helped foster an environment where others felt safe to share their own struggles. As more people engaged with the movement, innovative programs emerged, including a mentorship initiative connecting young individuals with trained professionals. This program aimed to provide guidance and support to vulnerable youth, furthering Sarah's legacy of compassion. The mentorship program not only provided support but also created lifelong friendships. Participants shared their journeys of personal growth, illustrating the transformative power of connection and understanding. Inspired by Sarah's story, in schools, mental health clubs began to form, where students gathered to discuss their feelings and support one another. This initiative fostered a culture of openness and acceptance, further promoting mental health awareness in educational environments. As these clubs flourished, they also organized events like awareness rallies and wellness days. These activities not only educated peers about mental health, but also encouraged students to practice self-care and prioritize their well-being. School counselors reported significant improvements in student engagement and mental health literacy. More students sought counseling services, demonstrating that Sarah's legacy was fostering a healthier dialogue around mental health in schools. As awareness grew, social media campaigns highlighting mental health resources began trending. Influencers and public figures joined the cause, sharing their own experiences and emphasizing the importance of seeking help. A significant moment arose when a well-known celebrity shared their mental health journey, referencing Sarah's story as an inspiration. This sparked national conversations, helping to normalize discussions around mental health for millions. In response to the growing movement, lawmakers began to take notice. They held hearings to discuss mental health policy changes, aiming to provide better care and support systems for those struggling. Grassroots organizations rallied to support the movement, organizing petitions and community forums to amplify voices demanding change. This collective effort highlighted the power of community advocacy in shaping policy. As the movement gained momentum, Sarah's family was invited to speak at national mental health conferences. They shared their experiences and the impact of Sarah's legacy, inspiring others to join the fight for mental health reform. At these conferences, Sarah's story was presented as a case study, showcasing both the challenges and triumphs of the movement. Attendees left motivated to take action within their own communities, continuing to honor Sarah's memory. Many participants began to implement similar programs in their regions, replicating the successful initiatives born from Sarah's story. This shared commitment illustrated how one individual's impact could resonate far beyond their own community. The movement also encouraged collaboration between schools, local governments, and health organizations. Together, they worked to create comprehensive mental health strategies tailored to their communities, ensuring everyone had access to vital support. Awareness campaigns began to feature real stories from individuals impacted by mental health challenges. These narratives helped to humanize the issue, fostering empathy and understanding within the broader community. One powerful campaign showcased young people's successes in overcoming mental health challenges. Their triumphs inspired others to seek help, demonstrating that recovery is possible and that no one is alone in their struggles. In an effort to further support those struggling, local mental health hotlines experienced a surge in calls. Many individuals reached out for help, empowered by the movement, knowing they had a community ready to support them. Local governments began to allocate more resources towards mental health services, responding to the increasing demand for support. This shift demonstrated the tangible impact of the advocacy efforts that had taken root in Sarah's honor. Sarah's legacy continued to inspire art and creative projects centered around mental health themes. Artists used their platforms to express the struggles individuals face, adding depth to the conversation and fostering connection through creativity. As Sarah's story evolved, it became a source of strength for many. Her legacy was cited in speeches at mental health events, reinforcing the idea that together, communities could combat the stigma surrounding mental health. The movement's influence began to stretch internationally, as advocates shared Sarah's story in global forums, emphasizing the universal importance of mental health care and support, transcending borders and cultures. In schools around the world, mental health awareness weeks were inspired by Sarah's story, promoting education and support initiatives. This movement helped establish a global conversation about mental health, fostering solidarity among young people. Sarah's impact was documented in various media formats, from articles to documentaries, inspiring writers and filmmakers to share her story. These narratives continued to spark discussions nationwide about the vital role of mental health awareness. As the movement continued to grow, Sarah's family became sought-after speakers at events focused on mental health reform. Their personal insights helped bridge gaps between personal experiences and professional approaches to mental health care. Sarah's story serves as a poignant reminder that every choice matters. As the movement progresses, the goal remains clear: to ensure that no one faces their struggles alone and that resources are accessible to all who need them. As we look towards the future, we can honor Sarah by continuing to advocate for mental health reforms and supporting those who are struggling. Together, we can create a world where mental health is prioritized and compassion prevails over stigma. With Sarah's story now widely known, the community began to rally around mental health support initiatives. Local organizations held fundraisers to provide resources for those in crisis, emphasizing the importance of accessibility. Community centers transformed into safe havens for individuals seeking help and connection. Among the first to step forward was Sarah's closest friend, who became a passionate advocate for mental health awareness. She shared Sarah's journey publicly, emphasizing the signs of distress often overlooked. Her heartfelt pleas resonated with many, igniting conversations that had long been silenced. The local government took notice, implementing new policies to ensure mental health services were not only available but widely advertised. Schools introduced mental health education programs, teaching students the importance of seeking help and recognizing their peers' struggles. Sarah's family, devastated yet determined, established a foundation in her name aimed at supporting mental health research and resources. They shared her story through social media, creating a digital legacy that inspired countless others to share their experiences and seek help. As the community grew more aware, the dialogues around mental health began shifting from stigma to openness. Fundraising events turned into celebrations of life and recovery, with stories of hope being shared freely, creating an atmosphere of understanding and support. However, not all stories were met with success. Some individuals still felt trapped in their struggles, unable to reach out for help. The community began to realize that while progress was being made, there was still much work to be done to reach those in the shadows. In response, advocates organized outreach programs targeting vulnerable populations. They sought to bridge the gap between those needing help and the resources available, ensuring no one felt alone in their plight. Community volunteers stepped up to provide companionship and support. As Sarah's legacy continued to unfold, her story inspired local artists to create murals and public art pieces promoting mental health awareness. These vibrant expressions served as reminders of the importance of compassion and connection within the community. On anniversaries of Sarah's passing, gatherings were held in her honor, where people shared stories of their own struggles and triumphs. These events became a testament to resilience and the healing power of community, fostering deeper connections among attendees. As the movement grew, mental health professionals began collaborating with local businesses to create safe spaces for dialogue. Coffee shops and libraries became venues for open discussions, allowing people to connect without fear of judgment. However, the journey was not without setbacks. Some community initiatives struggled to maintain funding and interest. Advocates constantly sought new ways to engage the public, ensuring that Sarah's legacy and the importance of mental health remained at the forefront of community conversations. In a powerful moment, the local school district named an annual Mental Health Awareness Day after Sarah. This initiative encouraged students to share their stories, breaking the silence surrounding mental health issues within youth culture. The impact of Sarah's story transcended the local community, inspiring movements in neighboring towns. People began to advocate for better mental health policies on a larger scale, pushing for legislative changes that would ensure services were adequately funded and accessible. As the years passed, Sarah's influence remained strong. Her story became a case study in mental health education courses, highlighting the need for empathy and proactive support. Educators aimed to equip future generations with the tools to recognize and respond to mental health issues. The community learned that while change takes time, every small action counts. Individuals began to reach out more frequently, offering a listening ear or a helping hand. It became clear that together, they were stronger in confronting the challenges of mental health. As we reflect on Sarah Peterson's story, we are reminded of the power of community, compassion, and the importance of mental health awareness. Let us carry forward her legacy by advocating for change and fostering a culture of support. In her memory, may we all strive to ensure that no one feels alone in their struggles.